How much should I feed my pitbull? Properly feeding your pitbull is important for several reasons, including overall health, disease prevention throughout the dog's lifespan, and making sure your pitbull stays strong and looks healthy. It goes hand in hand with the fact that they are very active dogs. As a dog owner, it's easy to worry about your pup getting the right amount of food. Pitbull breeds might need different quantities of food based on their size, age, and activity level. Here we'll help you understand what pitbull breed needs the most and how much each should be eating in average. Important note: this is not medical advice. Always consult your vet to make sure this is what your pitbull needs. Pitbull feeding chart. From 2 to 3 months is recommended to give your pitbull 0.5 to 0.75 cups of food. From 4 to 5 months, 0.75 to 1.25 cups of food. 6 to 9, 0.67 to 1.33 cups. 10 to 12 months, 1.2.5 to 1.5 cups. From 1 to 6 years is recommended from 2.5 to 3.67 cups. And from 7 years and above, on average for any healthy pitbull you can give them 2.5 to 2.67 cups of food. How much should a pitbull eat per day? The short answer to how much a full-grown pitbull should eat is between 2 and 4 cups of high-quality dry food each day, split into 2 meals. However, the amount can vary based on your dog's age, activity level, and weight. Adult dogs are generally fed once or twice a day. Some may do well with just 1 meal daily, while others may benefit from 2 smaller meals. The key is finding what works best for your dog and sticking to a consistent schedule. If your dog is particularly active, consider increasing its food intake accordingly. Working dogs or those participating in agility or other types of sports will often need more calories than the average pet. How much should a puppy pitbull eat? Puppies need a lot of calories to fuel their growth, so they also need more frequent meals than adult dogs since their stomachs are smaller. They have higher energy needs as they are growing and developing. For this reason, puppies under 6 months old should be fed 3 to 4 times a day. Once they reach 6 months, you can start transitioning them to twice-a-day feedings. How much should senior pitbulls eat? Generally speaking, senior pitbulls should eat about 1.5 to 2 cups of high-quality dry food per day. However, this can vary depending on your dog's individual energy needs. If your senior pitbull is less active than he used to be, you may need to reduce his food intake accordingly. Conversely, if your dog is still active, he may need more food to maintain weight. What is the ideal diet for pitbulls? Pitbulls are a medium-sized breed of dog, and their dietary needs are somewhere between those of small and large species. The ideal diet for a pitbull should be high in protein and fat, with moderate levels of carbohydrates. This diet will help keep your pitbull lean and muscular while providing them with the energy they need to stay active. When it comes to specific foods, there is no one-size-fits-all answer. However, some good options for protein sources include chicken, turkey, fish, and beef. For fats, you can choose healthy oils like olive oil or coconut oil. And for carbohydrates, sweet potatoes or other starchy vegetables make a good choice. Of course, every dog is different, and you may need to experiment a bit to find what works best for your pitbull. But following these general guidelines should help you create a healthy and balanced diet that will keep your dog happy and healthy for years to come. How to feed a pitbull. If your pitbull requires 2 cups of food per day, break it up into 4 half-cup servings or 2 1-cup servings in the morning and in the evening. Setting an exact feeding time for your pitbull is also ideal, as it will help with training your dog to stick to a schedule and handle discipline more efficiently. Not only does feeding your pitbull at specific times help to create a schedule, but it is an easier way for you to regulate your dog's weight. Sticking to a specific schedule prevents your dog from eating whenever he pleases, and regulates their digestive tract so they have a more regular and healthy bathroom schedule. Feeding your pitbull at specific times also allows exercise to be more efficient, as you will be less likely to feed your dog on an empty stomach if he has already eaten for the morning or evening. It is not unusual for dogs who are free-fed to eat nothing until the evening because they simply lay around throughout the day or get distracted, so it is healthier to maintain a strict eating schedule. Once you have your pitbull on a regular diet and exercise schedule, it is important that you monitor them regularly to make sure they are remaining healthy and are at a regular, consistent weight. If your dog appears to be malnourished or packing on excessive weight, talk to your veterinarian to find out if a change in diet or exercise is necessary. Does size matter? Pitbulls are known for their enormous appetites, but that doesn't mean they should be eating like they're twice their size. Overfeeding a pit bull can lead to obesity, strained joints, and increase the risk of health problems like diabetes. So how much should a pit bull eat? It depends on their age, weight, and activity level, but a good rule of thumb is to feed them about 2 to 3% of their body weight daily. For example, a 50-pound pit bull should eat around 1 to 1.5 pounds of food per day. If you're unsure how much to feed your pit bull, talk to your veterinarian for guidance. They can help you create a feeding plan tailored to your dog's needs. Feeding pit bull advice. A well-fed pit bull will absorb the right amount of protein and nutrients without being malnourished, but will not be overfed to the point where they become excessively overweight and lose their overall stamina. A lack of exercise and excessive feeding often causes pit bulls to suffer from extra bodily strain, thus causing internal illness and injury. Once you take a pit bull home and start a feeding regimen, it is important that you take your dog to the vet to get a routine checkup, get up to date on booster shots, and talk to the veterinarian about the ideal feeding regimen for the dog. The type and amount of food that should be fed to a pit bull varies from dog to dog. So once your veterinarian looks over the dog, it will be easier for them to determine a specific routine that is best for your pit bull. As you begin following the feeding regimen for your pit bull, make sure they are receiving regular exercise in conjunction with a balanced diet. How to maintain a healthy feeding routine. To maintain a healthy feeding routine for your pit bull is to limit treats and only give them to the dog on certain days each week. 3 or 4 treats a week at the maximum is ideal, but if you prefer to give your dog more treats, particularly during training, cut down slightly on the amount of food they receive in a serving for each treat the dog receives. The treat will already be sitting in their stomach. So if your pit bull is still receiving 2 cups of food, that is adding to their diet, which is less likely to be burned off and more likely to contribute to inconsistently increasing their diet. Keeping treats to a minimum or cutting down on food intake if treats are a regular part of the pit bull's diet is integral to maintaining a healthy weight. An adult pit bull feeding routine is also dependent on the amount of exercise your dog gets. Dogs who are regularly outside in a large backyard, especially with other dogs that encourage them to play and interact, are more likely to get a bigger amount of exercise, therefore requiring more food to make sure they are receiving nutrition aside from what is being burned off. If you walk your dog twice a day every day and regularly have them playing outside, your dog's diet will be considerably larger than a dog that walks once a day and does not play outside or interact with other dogs as much. Dogs who live in a household with other dogs also receive more exercise, and if there are multiple dogs, it is important to make sure they are both trained on the same feeding schedule to prevent their schedules from interfering with the schedule of the other dog. If you have a group of dogs, it is easier for you and them if they all come to dinner collectively, rather than free feeding them or allowing them to eat whenever they please. Bottom line. To keep your pit bull healthy and strong, you need to feed it a diet that provides the right amount of nutrients. Pit bulls are carnivorous animals, so they need high-quality food consisting of meat, bones, and vegetables. To do this, you'll need to feed your dog high-quality food every day and ensure that it has the calories it needs at every meal. There are a wide variety of dog foods available on the market, so the type of food that works best for one pit bull may not be the best choice for another dog of the same breed. It is not unusual for pit bull owners to go through several types of food before discovering the brand that is best for their dog. We hope this article has helped you clarify and find out how much your pit bull should eat.